Hello and welcome to Exercise Sports Science 493, Section 2, Field Experiences in Sport Administration. This video will serve as our course welcome and faculty profile for the spring 2024 semester. This field experience offers implementation of theory and the practical application of sport administration in a sport organization worksite under the direct supervision of a business professional. The course requirements are as follows: an approved sport administration internship by Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. A confirmed supervisor who has agreed to work with you and provide oversight. A commitment to asynchronous learning with periodic in-person meetings. And last but certainly not least, 120 hours must be successfully completed by Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Let's take a look at key internship document and 2 Google spreadsheets. By the end of the second week of the semester, we need the students to have a great familiarity with these concepts. So you're going to complete an internship learning agreement form. The form will be emailed to you, and it will also be found on our Sakai site under the Announcements tab. It's a basic agreement between you and your supervisor outlining the goals and objectives for the internship experience. Every week, a student in the internship course has to keep track of their internship hours. I have already granted you access through Google to a weekly internship form where you'll track your hours throughout the course of the semester. I've also given you access through Google to an internship database where you're going to fill in the basic information for your internship experience, who's your supervisor, contact information, stuff along those lines. So I need all of the students in the course to either complete the internship learning agreement form and the internship database by the end of the second week of the semester, and also for you to become familiar with how to track your weekly internship hours in our Google spreadsheet. There are 3 key topics that we're going to cover during the course of the semester. Part 1, understanding yourself as a professional. Part 2, understanding others. And Part 3, understanding your organization and industry. The assessment strategy for this course is as follows. You're going to write 2 reflection papers. Each paper will be worth 10% of your overall grade. The first paper you will write will be due on Thursday, February 22nd, and it's going to cover how you identify growth in understanding yourself as a professional by providing specific examples from your internship experience. The second paper will be due on Thursday, April 11th, where you will assess your company's leadership philosophies when it comes to organizational culture, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The one mid-semester meeting, which will be worth 10% of your overall grade, will need to be done no later than Thursday, March 7th. It's going to be a 30-minute meeting. We'll talk about your experience. You'll provide me with an update on the things that you're working on and any key things involving yourself and the course will be discussed in this meeting. As discussed earlier, each week you're going to be held responsible for maintaining your internship hours and being professional, which means meeting deadlines, keeping me up to date in terms of things that's going on. So I'm not chasing after you during the semester. This is worth 10% of your overall grade. And once again, the Google documents will be emailed to you and you can find them on our Sakai site. The other thing you're going to do is an informational interview podcast. And a lot of students have enjoyed this project here in the internship course. So you're going to interview someone you admire in the sports industry or someone who you're working with in your internship experience. You're doing an informational interview for about 10 minutes. You'll record it as a podcast, and that will be due to me on Thursday, March 7th, and that's 15% of your overall grade. Another part of your grade is the supervisor evaluation, which is 25% of your overall grade. I will send your supervisor a Qualtrics link in the month of April. They'll have a couple of weeks to complete it and send it back to me. The deadline for them to send it back to me is no later than Tuesday, April 30th, which is our last day of the semester. And the last thing that you're going to be held responsible for is an internship video presentation and final meeting, which will be worth 20% of your overall grade. If you've taken me for EXSS 324, Finance and Economics of Sport, it is very similar to the final project in that course. However, the only difference is it applies directly to your internship experience where you film a 5-minute video providing insight to a problem, issue, matter that could be very helpful for your internship and supervisor. We will also have a meeting as well where we'll discuss the video, we'll discuss your internship, we'll go through the evaluation, and that will be the end of the semester for you. So in that case, the video presentation and final meeting has to occur no later than Tuesday, April 30th. So you have as much time as you need, but the deadline for this assignment to be completed is Tuesday, April 30th. So let's take a moment and talk about the faculty profile. For those of you who haven't had me in any of the undergraduate courses yet, my name is Professor Wayne McDonald Jr. I am a teaching assistant professor in the Department of Exercise and Sports Science at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I have a BBA in finance and an MBA in management, both from Iona University. For the past 2 decades, I've been involved in education, media, coaching, and finance. Prior to coming to Chapel Hill, I spent 17 years at New York University, where I was a clinical professor of sport management and served as academic chair at New York University's Tisch Institute for Global Sport. I am a former financial analyst and accountant at Madison Square Garden and Marsh & McLennan. Before I left the sport industry, I went into academia. This is where I spent my time. And for the past 13 years, I've been a business of baseball contributor for Forbes Sports Money. Besides teaching courses in sport finance and economics, our field experiences in sport administration course, and an introduction to sport administration here in Chapel Hill, I am also the undergraduate academic advisor in the sport administration department. And last but not least, you might have seen me on television or have heard my voice as I am a college baseball analyst for the ACC Network Extra, where I specialize in our own Diamond Heels. As this video comes to a close, I want to say best wishes. I look forward to working with everyone this semester. It's going to be a fun semester. We're going to learn a lot. It's going to be very collaborative, but most importantly, I am always here to help. Have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to seeing you in our classroom.